The number one retirement mistake to avoid. I cannot stress this enough. Now, this is for those of you guys who have assets, investment accounts. If you don't have investment accounts, this is not for you. It's just not, because this is going to talk about investments. A lot of people, I think, will make this mistake, and it's unfortunate. So I'm going to share with you some here. I posted on my YouTube channel on the community tab. This guy, Bespoke. If Rip Van Winkle fell asleep in Tokyo during the summer of 1990 and woke up today, he might not even notice anything different. And he's got the Nikkei from 1990 to 2023. You can see the price of the Nikkei has not changed at all. And I said, doesn't include dividends, but still pretty interesting. Now, we got some comments here, right here. So Pete, who I don't know who this guy is, he says, correct me if I'm wrong, but if Rip had his monthly contributions and dividend reinvestments on autopilot the whole time, he'd be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, 100%. He would be pleasantly surprised. This guy gets it, Jeff Faulkner. He crushes. Unfortunately, most of us won't be able to sleep through a 20-year correction. Got to keep living, 100%. Beware the markets. This guy says, cute humor is a good commenter here. He says, if you started investing in 1989 and retired in 2023 after 34 years, you'd have made a killing in the Nikkei. Yep. And that's true. And then this guy says, why not use a 67-year chart of the Nikkei? And I said, this is a retirement planning channel. If you retired in 1990, you're done. So what these other guys say, and they're correct, if you kept investing, you're probably going to be pretty good. What happens when you retire? You don't keep investing. You're doing the exact opposite. You're taking money out. You're disinvesting, if that's even the word. I just coined that. I don't know. But you're no longer in accumulation mode. You are in decumulation mode. We're retirement. You're not adding monthly contributions. You're actually now taking out monthly contributions. I cannot stress this enough. You've got to change your perspective at retirement. So if you're pulling money, if you're adding money, yeah, you're loving life. This is perfect for you. If you're pulling money out, i.e. retired, guess what? You're pulling money out, and then right here, you're done. You're not going to get this jump. That's the sequence of return risk in a nutshell right there. Your goose is cooked. I cannot stress this enough, man. You've got to change the perspective. Accumulation is a young investor's game. You're no longer there when you're hit 60 years old. That doesn't mean you don't want to get some growth. I'm not saying we just put everything in a freaking gold bar. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying at the end of the day, it's decumulation that's priority. Preservation. You got to protect the moat. Stop trying to get outsized returns. Returns don't matter anymore. I mean, we still want returns, but that's not the priority. The priority is to protect what you built for 30 to 40 years. Think about it. 30 to 40 years, you've been plugging money. You got $1 million. You wake up October 2007, you got $1 million. And you wake up now, March 9th, 2009, you got $430,000. And that's without taking anything out. That's just in the S&P 500. You can't have that happen. But if you kept investing, yes. Wait, we're not keeping investing because we're retired. We're doing the exact opposite. Talking to a guy yesterday, my age, he had a great call. This guy's awesome. I'll probably do a video on what we talked about because it's fun. Anyway, you look at his portfolio. He's got about 400, 500,000 maybe in investments. Now he's a mechanic. He owns his own shop. His wife works. They have no debt. A house in the Midwest, worth a couple $100,000. They're just living day to day. Man, they're doing fine. They got no debt. The wife is very conservative and said, let's just write a check for $68,000 to pay off the house. And he said, that's tough to do, but I'm glad I did it. Made the wife happy. She's on cloud nine. I said, man, freaking crushing. We'll call this guy Harry. We'll call him Harry and Carrie. Harry and Carrie. Take me out to the ball game. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Chicago Cubs fans. Anyway, so Harry and Carrie. So, they got $500,000, and you're like, man, they're 90-10, 90 stocks, 10% bonds. You're like, that's pretty aggressive. And that's what, I didn't say this because I know what's going on here. I share with you. You're like, man, that's too aggressive because you could get stomped, and they're not going to retire for about 10 years. They're good, man. He runs the shop. His hands are getting bad with arthritis and stuff, working too much. And that's the idiocy of Nikki Haley. Oh, we should pull the full retirement age to 70. I was like, okay. So we're going to have Harry freaking, turning wrenches until he's 70 years old with arthritic hands, you freaking idiot. Well, we should just pull the retirement age to 70 if you work in a white-collar position. What if you work part-time like I used to do, R.R. Donnelly during the night and worked in a bank during the day? Am I a white-collar or blue-collar guy? What if I was in the infantry for 8 years? What if I was in the infantry for 30 years and now I'm freaking working at a hedge fund manager? What am I, Nikki Haley? White-collar, blue-collar? Freaking just, ugh. Can the Republican Party be any stupider? The answer is, unfortunately, they can. They could be Democrats, which is even worse. But at least Democrats know they got to at least pretend like they care about their base of voters. Ugh. Nikki Haley for president of Israel. She should replace Netanyahu. Oh, such a horrible human being, that lady. Ugh. Anyway, so going back to Harry and Carrie, so I'm like, yeah, if he's all stocks, that'd make me a little bit nervous, even though he's got 5 to 10 years for retirement. But he's got a bunch of cash sitting on the side too. In fact, he's got $200,000 of cash. All right, so we're fine. So he can be that aggressive. I'm 50, 25, 25. I'm 50% VTI, 25% long bonds, long government bonds, and 25% cash. I'm self-employed. I still got kids in the home. I still got a mortgage. My wife's up there vacuuming right now, right, as you can hear probably. And you're like, I wish you'd edit your videos. That'd be more easy to listen to. I just don't have the time or, frankly, the desire to do that. But I'm having my cash because if I got skunked a la Japan in 1990, there's nowhere for me to turn. I'm turning my cash. You see what I'm saying? Now, you might not need that much cash. You might. I don't know. But all I know is if you're relying on your portfolio to pay the bills, guess what, guys? Japan is absolutely could happen here. Now, I'm going to do another video later on today, but I think that's where we might be going into that. Not quite convinced, but I will see. You can't afford that to happen. The whole point is the mentality of your paradigm has got to shift. No more accumulation or putting money in. Now it's taking money out. Changes everything. And you've got to avoid the mistake of not recognizing the difference. Well, this fund did 12.1%. This fund only did 11.5%. It's water in the bridge now. It doesn't matter. Accumulation is for the youngsters. Now you're in decumulation mode. You've got to know the difference. All right, love your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the email list down below. If you like what we do and you want to buy me a cup of coffee, you can. Cup of coffee right there in the link. Say, Josh, you're a good guy. I'm going to buy you a cup of decaf espresso. No, decaf Americano.